Hello, everybody. Welcome to Game of Factions 2021. We are in the 50-50 singles match of the event. I'm going to say the coined thing right up the top. I don't know where in the event this lays. Who knows what's happening? But I'm sure it's a very fun event. This could be the first thing. I don't fucking know. I just work here. Nick is here to co-host this one with me. I'm Tim. Hi. 50-50 singles. Nick, the four factions going up against each other.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think it's going to be lame, and I'm not going to enjoy it at all.
Sounds probably not true.
Kidding, Tim. It's going to be dope. This is exciting. I'm talking over you. Don't talk, Tim. I'm still talking. This is going to be exciting. I'm excited. Cool.
So basically, what's going to happen, I'll just give a general set of rules here, is it's 50-50. It's half Warzone, half Fandom. We're going to ask some Warzone questions. We're going to ask some Fandom questions all in one big thing. Half split it up in round one, split it up in round two, and then you'll get your pick your poison and your betting round from Fandom. So it'll be really exciting, and we're just going to get started pretty much right away. So we're going to bring in the competitors. We've got from the First Order, Mark Menchaca representing the First Order. Then we have Cameron Holtzman representing the Kingsmen. Who was next after that? We've got Jake representing Fun DMC, and we have Brian Michaels representing Club Dread. Gentlemen, I kind of gave you the whole spiel before the match, but are there any questions as we get into round one of this 50-50?
Nope. Go.
Awesome. Nick, why don't you kick us off with question number one?
Your first question comes in the category of James Bond. In Moonraker, who frees the shuttle that Bond and Goodhead used to escape the exploding space station? Shut up, Tim.
You said Moonraker.
Would you grow up?
Oh, man, that was a funny word. 5, 4, 3,
Good
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Mark.
We're children. Jaws.
Cameron.
Yeah, that's right. I said Q.
Jake.
Jaws.
And Brian.
Jaws.
Jaws is correct. As we get into your next question, which is in the category of war. Name one of the 2 war films directed by Clint Eastwood that came out in the same year, depicting the same battle from 2 perspectives. War.
Shut up. Don't even. Stop it. Don't. Come on. You're a professional.
Bar's a hack. 5, 4,
Goodhead.
3, 2, 1. That's done. Cameron.
Letters from Iwo Jima.
Let's go to Meltzer.
Flags of Our Fathers.
We'll go to Brian.
Flags of Our Fathers.
And Mark.
I was more certain of Letters from Iwo Jima.
Yes, correct. We can accept all those answers, all 4 naming both films. What's next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of Planet of the Apes. In Beneath the Planet of the Apes, what do the underground humans do when they, in unison, reveal their inmost selves unto their god?
That's heavy stuff.
You know what I just realized is we've asked 2 fandom questions, and it was probably by far the worst movie in each of the franchises that we just asked about. And people who don't know what fandom is are probably like, ugh.
Yeah, we're not nice people.
Yeah.
But it's Game of Factions. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jake.
I'm not sure if it's quite specific enough. They remove their skin.
Brian.
I said they were taking off masks.
Go to Mark.
Said they take off their headdress.
And Cam.
I had no clue. I said they blow up with a bomb.
So Brian for sure. I don't think we can take Mark's. Or what do you think? And the skin one, I'm not sure on.
I would take both. I would take all 3 except for Holtzman, honestly.
Okay. You wrote the question,
it's not specified whether it's a mask, whether it's skin, whether it's something they wear on the head, which is what I would call a headdress. So I would accept all those.
Okay, so Mark, Jake, and Brian will be getting the points then. Okay, so I have 3 all with Cam with 1. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay. We will move on to the. Although I see something in the private chat. So, okay, nothing. All right. So then we will move on to the next question, which is in comedy. What European landmark does Clark Griswold unknowingly destroy by backing into it with the rental car in National Lampoon's European Vacation? I've never seen this film. I've actually only seen 2 films in this franchise. Can you guess which ones?
This one?
No, I just said I have not seen this one.
Oh, you were trying to trick me.
Mm-mm.
The first
5,
one?
4, no.
The remake?
2, yeah, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brian.
Is it Stonehenge where the demons dwell?
We will go to Mark.
So the Leaning Tower of Pizza. Or Pizza.
I love pizza. Let's go to Cam.
I said the masks from Stonehenge.
And Jake.
No idea. I just said Eiffel Tower.
Stonehenge is correct. So Brian and Cam will be picking up that point as we get into the next question, which is what, Nick?
Your next category comes in, it's fandom, scores, and soundtracks. I didn't know how to go about that, but yeah. You know. Okay. Your question is, which Worlds of DC film was composed by Daniel Pemberton?
You didn't say good head on the last question.
No, I did rule of 3.
Oh.
Plus, after that, I was like, I'm done. I'm going to grow up now.
It's fair.
Oh.
Yeah, 5.
Okay, cool.
4, 3, 2,
Pussy go
1. Pens down. Let's start with Mark.
Birds of Prey.
Go to Cam.
I believe it is Birds of Prey.
Jake.
Birds of Prey.
And Brian.
Nope, I said Aquaman.
Birds of Prey is correct. So we move on to your next question, which is in biopics. Who plays the title character in 2013's Philomena? 2013. How do you feel about it?
Where was I? What was I doing? I was a junior in high school.
I was gonna say I was in high school.
I had an okay junior year. There's nothing terrible about it.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I love how I look like 10 years older than Jake Meltzer, but he's shaking his head at me for being that young. So, man has skin softer than an angel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look at his face. Let's go to Cam.
I watched this movie earlier this year, and I'm still not sure. Emma Thompson.
We'll go to Jake.
I mean, I did shave earlier today. Dame Judi Dench.
And we will go to Brian.
Judi Dench.
And Mark.
Oh my God. Judi Dench.
Judi Dench is correct. What's next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of Mission Impossible. What type of transportation does Ethan chase Walker in before crashing at the end of Mission Impossible Fallout?
So what do you think's weirder? You saying good head a bunch of times, or me saying that Jake has soft skin?
Definitely the soft skin thing.
That's fair.
I'd be very uncomfortable if I was Jake. I think he's handling it like a champ.
That's fair. That's fair. I've heard a lot of uncomfortable things on behalf of Jake. It wasn't his fault. It was his manager who's representing him here today.
Also
Bill said, but Bill's a wonderful person as well, so I can't be too mad. 5,
Also a good
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I believe we are starting with Jake on this one.
Helicopter.
Brian.
Helicopter.
Mark.
Helicopter.
And Cam.
Helicopter.
Helicopter is correct. All right, guys, your next question is in Westerns. Which Western centers around the conflict of 2 families, the Rojos and the Baxters, fighting for control of a small town?
You kind of cut out on the first name.
Yeah, I'll give you the repeat, the technical. Which Western centers around the conflict of 2 families, the Rojos and the Baxters, fighting for control of a small town? I don't know what the... Oh. I only saw the last message. I didn't see the first few.
Uh,
Haha, private chats. Woo.
Basically,
5,
Bill is a lucky man.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Brian.
No clue. Gunfight at the OK Corral.
Mark.
A fistful of dollars.
Cam.
I said how the West was won.
And Jake.
Last man standing. I had no idea.
Mark is correct. A fistful of dollars is the answer.
Good call.
As we move into the penultimate question, I believe. What is it, Nick?
The question comes in the category of Disney animation. What is the full name of the prince that Aladdin poses as in Aladdin?
What do you have for the score there, Nick?
I was going to ask if you ever wanted to check on that, but I have Mark with 7, Jake
That is
Bryan
right. Okay.
6 each, and Cam with 4.
Okay. Which one did Mark miss? 5, 4, 3.
Stonehenge.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be a repeat from Cam. Yes, it was Stonehenge. Thank you, Brian.
The
Question again.
question again. What is the full name of the prince that Aladdin poses as in Aladdin?
Oh, man. This shirt's not doing me any favors.
Why not?
You think it's all right?
You're repping Club Dread?
I didn't mean to.
No, it's okay.
I mean, I'm very neutral in this sense, but like I didn't mean to align with anybody.
Well, that's why I wore a universally beloved Pixar movie.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Mark.
I made up a name, said Ali Allah Gashik. I don't know.
Okay. Cam.
Is it Ali of Babwa?
Let's go to Jake
I said Ali Ababwa.
and Brian.
Ali Ababla.
Jake and Brian are correct. Cam, very close, but no cigar.
Can I bring in Koho a second?
You can, absolutely. Let me bring him in.
No, buddy, you're wrong.
Okay, I was gonna say because he points to the map. It's like I'm from Babwa, so.
You're wrong.
All right,
He's Ali Ababa.
all right. Fuck.
Alrighty then, we're moving on to the final question, which comes in the category of, it's my favorite. It's sports. Your question is, Robert De Niro, David Spade, and Kevin Costner have all played characters who play what position in a baseball film? Your favorite sport. Go.
Like to play, to watch?
Watch. Let's see.
Tennis? I used to watch a lot of tennis.
Interesting.
Getting into spike ball. It's kind of intense.
3, 2.
Competitive rock climbing.
Pens down. Let's go to Cameron Holtzman.
Pitcher.
We'll go to Mr. Meltzer.
Catcher?
Brian Michaels.
Catcher.
And Mark.
I said pitcher.
Catcher is correct. So Jake and Brian both hit that one. I believe we have Jake and Brian in the lead with 8 points apiece, followed by Mark with 7, followed by Cam with 4. Is that what you have, Nick?
That is what I have.
And I only have Cam using a repeat with 1 repeat used. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we will move on to round number 2. It's a big one. Here's how it's going to work. It's the wheel round. We're going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player here is going to have a chance to spin the wheel, half Warzone categories, half fandom categories, along with spinners and opponent's choice. Normal round 2 rules apply. You'll get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. Unless you check the multiple choice, then it'll be worth only 1. Stealing is available in this round. Are there any questions as we bring in the wheel? No. Okay. So I will bring in that wheel. The categories on the wheel today are as follows. Fandom Oscars, 21st Century Live Action Musicals, Matthew McConaughey, Disney Live Action, Mission Impossible, A24, pre-2000s Marissa Tomei comedies, and James Bond. So we have a tie for first place, but we spun a wheel at the beginning to find out who would be breaking ties and whatnot, and that is Jake has it above Brian, so we will bring in Bill for Jake. Do you guys want to spin first or defer?
What are you thinking?
I'm down to defer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So that moves over to Mr. Brian Michaels. Brian, would you like to spin or defer?
I would like to defer, Andrew, unless you think otherwise.
No, let's go. Defer.
Okay. Then this will go to Mr. Menchaca. Mark, would you like to spin or defer?
I mean, yeah.
We're gonna let Cam go.
Yeah.
All right.
I had a feeling that was coming.
All right, sounds good. So we'll bring in Mr. Koho, and this will be the spin for Mr. Holtzman.
All of these are totally normal categories with absolutely nothing wrong with them.
Oh, great. It lands on opponents.
This is already going so well.
Cool.
So here's
we should do like an official timer. Yes.
Yes, I will have that on my phone. So
I can do that.
Okay, thank you. So here's what's going to happen, everybody. We are going to bring in Bar, Bill, and Cody. We will give you the start. They will have 1 minute to decide what to give.
After you give the categories, right?
After we give you the categories and after we say go, you will have your time. If they do not come to a decision in a minute, then they will. Cam will get another spin. So the categories you can choose from are Fandom Oscars, 21st Century Live Action Musicals, Matthew McConaughey, Disney Live Action, Mission Impossible, A24, pre-2000s Marissa Tomei comedies, and James Bond. Your time will start now.
Definitely not musicals.
I think possibly A24. It's the deepest, it's the biggest, and
I was going to say that or Marissa
that's what
Tomei.
I would offer up.
Yeah, I was about to say that Tomei or McConaughey, so I think A24.
And he just watched Bond. I wouldn't give him anything from fandom.
Nope.
He's studied McConaughey before, and they're more popular. I would do A24 if he sweeps it. He sweeps it, but A24 is my suggestion.
I concur.
I agree.
Okay. A24.
All right, A24 is what Mr. Holtzman will be receiving.
Cool. Watched all those Tomei movies for nothing. Great.
All right, Mr. Holtzman, I will give you your questions in the category of A24 movies. Are you ready?
No.
Reminder to the other competitors, if he does miss a question, you will have the chance to steal, but you will need to write your answer on your board in that case. So, Cameron, your first question in A24. What is the name of the artificial intelligence played by Alicia Vikander in Ex Machina?
Ava.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Waves, Tyler is sent to prison for committing what crime?
Specifically, second-degree murder of his girlfriend. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays script supervisor Sandy in The Disaster Artist?
Seth Rogen.
That is correct for 2 points. Your fourth question. In the end of the tour, David is interviewing Wallace for what publication?
Oh. Like, sorry, just to clarify, you're asking, like, what publication he works for, not, like, the book that Wallace has just published?
Yes.
Okay, then multiple choice, please.
Okay, your options are A, Rolling Stone Magazine, B, The New York Times, C, Time Magazine, or D, Vanity Fair Magazine.
I'll go The New York Times.
That is incorrect. Everybody else, chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Rolling Stone Magazine, B, The New York Times, C, Time Magazine, or D, Vanity Fair Magazine. And we'll get those steals in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Mark.
Said A.
Jake.
Rolling Stone.
And Brian.
I had no idea. I said C.
Rolling Stone is correct. So Mark and Jake will be picking up that steal. As we get into Cameron's final question. In Locke, Locke spends the runtime of the film driving to meet someone who has what connection to him?
She is giving birth to his child.
We can accept that for 2.
It's like she's not his wife. She's just giving birth to his child out of wedlock.
Some would call that a mistress, but yes, that is correct. That is correct. So Cam going 8 for 10, I believe, in that category, bringing his total up to 12. Is that what you have, Nick?
That is correct.
And then with the other junk happening, I've got Jake with 9, Brian with 8, Mark with 8.
Correct.
Cool. So we move back over to Jake, who is in the lead otherwise. Jake, would you like to spin next or defer to Mark?
Keep it going.
Okay.
Defer.
Okay. So this will now be up to Mark. Mark, would you like to spin or defer to Brian?
Well, I was wrong on the last one. I'd say we let Brian spin, or do you want to take a shot?
Oh, you can go.
Yep, I'll do it.
All right. So we will bring in Mr. Barr.
So much for that.
This is going to be the spin for Brian Michaels.
If it's not opponent's choice, I'm going to throw something.
It lands on 21st century live action musicals.
It's not terrible for you.
There are definitely worse things.
Yeah.
Should I take it?
Odds are you, statistically speaking, odds are you hit something that's not your strength. So I say this is a good one for you. Take it.
Yeah. If I have to have a multiple choice. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Nick, you want to go ahead and give Brian his questions in 21st century live action?
I'd love to. Brian, are you prepared for your questions in the category of 21st century live action musicals?
Sure.
Great. Your first question. How much money is going to be given out to the winner of the lottery in the Heights?
Of the winner of the lottery. Yeah, $96,000.
That is correct for 2 points.
I'll let it go.
Yeah, is it the whole lottery or just the ticket that they won? I don't know. Whatever. Okay.
I heard it being let go. So your next question.
Okay.
In live action musicals, who kills Sweeney Todd's wife Lucy in Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street?
Who kills her at the very end? Sweeney Todd does.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays Growl Tiger in Cats?
Fuck Cats. Yeah. I don't know which is which, so to make a smaller steal, I'll say multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options is A, Stephen McRae, B, Ray Winstone, C, Robert Fairchild, or D, Jason Derulo?
I don't know who's who. Let's say Ray Winstone.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay, I'll take it.
Your penultimate question. According to Maureen's performance art piece in Rent, in Cyberland, they only drank what specifically?
Specifically. Shit. I'm worried about specifically. Give me multiple choice.
Okay, is it A, virgin martinis, B, Diet Coke, C, vanilla milkshakes, or D, pink lemonade?
Diet Coke.
That is correct for 1 point. And your final question. In The Phantom of the Opera, Raoul and the Phantom duel with swords in what type of location?
It's been a minute. Multiple choice.
All right, is it A, a sewer, B, a theater stage, C, a cemetery, D, a catacomb?
My first thought was sewer. Could be catacomb.
5, 4.
Let's say sewer finalized. Wait, finalized.
That is incorrect. Everyone else chance for a 1 point steal. Your options again are A, sewer, B, theater stage, C, cemetery, D, catacomb.
And we'll get those steals in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get started with Mark.
I said D.
We will go to Cameron.
C.
And Jake.
Yeah, it's between cemetery and catacomb.
Cemetery is correct. So Cam, the only one picking up that steal. So with that, I have Brian in the lead with 14. Cam with the steal gets up to 13. And Jake has 9. Mark has 8.
That is correct.
Okay. So we will bring it back in. Bill, Jake, would you like to spin now or defer to Mark?
Let's keep it going.
All right.
I'll say hopefully the best for last.
All right.
Hopefully.
Bring in Cody then for Mark's spin at the wheel. Mark, your first spin is away. And it lands on Mission Impossible. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's take it. Be smart because you can't let up steals, but you got this. Let's go.
All right, Mark, I will be giving you your questions in Mission Impossible. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, your first question. Which Mission Impossible film does not feature Luther Stickle until the very end?
Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. In Mission Impossible 2, who disguises themselves as Dr. Nekorovich in order to get information out of McCloy? Five, 4, 3.
Say multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Ethan, B, Luther, C, Billy Baird, D, Stamp.
Ethan.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Marker is dying. Okay. Your third question, Mark. In Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, why can't Ethan bring an oxygen tank with him into the underwater area to input Benji's information? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Need multiple choice again.
All right. Your options are A, the tank is too large. B, the tank makes too much noise. C, there is a metal detector in the mechanism. Or D, Ethan's tank has bullet holes in it.
I'm going to say the tank is too large.
That is incorrect. Everybody else, chance for a 1 point steal. The options again are A, the tank is too large. B, the tank makes too much noise. C, there is a metal detector in the mechanism. Or D, Ethan's tank has bullet holes in it. We will get those steals in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cam, we'll start with you.
C.
Jake.
C.
And Brian.
I said D.
C is correct. So Cam and Jake will hit that steal as we get into Mark's fourth question. Who plays Theodore Brassel in Mission Impossible 3?
Lawrence Fishburne.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question, Mark. In Mission Impossible, Ethan disguises himself as Waltzer, a man with what government position, in order to infiltrate the party in Prague? 5.
2 points. Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Secretary of Defense, B, Governor, C, Senator, D, Speaker of the House.
Go with Secretary of Defense.
That is incorrect. Everybody else, chance for a 1-point steal. The options again are A, Secretary of Defense, B, Governor, C, Senator, D, Speaker of the House.
Could I use a full repeat of the question, please?
You may. Brian using his first repeat. In Mission Impossible, Ethan disguises himself as Waltzer, a man with what government position, in order to infiltrate the party in Prague? And the options again are A, Secretary of Defense, B, Governor, C, Senator, D, Speaker of the House. Because Brian used a repeat, we'll get a little extra time.
I'm good.
All right, we'll look for those steals in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Cam, we will start with you.
B.
And we will go to Jake.
U.S. Senator.
And Brian.
C.
Senator is correct. So Jake will be getting that steal, and so will Brian. So at the end of Mark's turn, I have Brian in the lead with 15, then Cam with 14, Mark with 13, and Jake with 11. Is that what you have, Nick?
Correct.
Okay, we will bring back the wheel and Bill for the final spin for Mr. Melton. Jake, your spin is in, and it is a free respin, as we have already used.
Thank God, fuck that category.
No. Boo, Bill.
And it's another free respin.
Stop this! It's my nightmare.
And another one.
So how's everybody?
And it lands on
Oh, fuck, of course it
opponent's
does.
choice. So we will remove Bill. We'll bring in Bar, Cody, and Koho.
At least I'm not the only one that gets fucked by that stuff.
Shush. The only, the categories that you guys will be able to pick from are Fandom Oscars, Matthew McConaughey, Disney Live Action, and pre-2000s Marissa Tomei comedies, and James Bond. So you will have 1 minute to decide, starting now.
I'm kind of thinking Disney Live Action.
That's what I was thinking as well.
I'm not.
You don't want Disney Live Action?
He's the fandom champion. Like, they literally studied and they know those categories. I would.
What else would you give him?
Tomei? I would do a deeper filmography. Tomei or McConaughey, one of the two.
Cam, what do you want to say? I'm going to tap in Cam. For a second.
I know for a fact Jake watched at least 1 or 2 of the Tomei movies in a 7-movie category.
Okay. I know that he's watched a couple of McConaughey's.
Then let's do McConaughey. I'm fine with
that. Okay. McConaughey? Yes.
You're not okay? Well, I'm okay with him respinning then.
I'm fine with McConaughey.
Doing McConaughey.
I'm fine with McConaughey.
20 seconds left.
All right, McConaughey.
Okay. So, McConaughey is what you will be getting, Mr. Meltzer. Nick, you want to go ahead and give those questions?
Jake, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Matthew McConaughey?
All right. Let's go.
Your first question. In what film does Matthew McConaughey live in a place known as Plymouth Island, which is later revealed to be inside of a video game?
Serenity.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. What type of animal does Scarlett Johansson voice in Sing?
Porcupine.
That is correct for 2 points.
Of course, Bill loves Serenity.
Your third question. What is the name of the ship that Cooper pilots on the mission in Interstellar?
Oh, God. Oh, I think I know it.
5, 4, 3.
I'll be safe, multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options is A, Endurance, B, Venture, C, Explorer, D, Cutlass.
Should have gone for 2. Endurance.
That is correct for 1 point. Your penultimate question. In Failure to Launch, Trip's parents hire Paula to do what for them?
To get him to move out of their house.
That is correct for 2 points. So we get to your final question in Matthew McConaughey. White Boy Rick takes place in what decade?
The 1980s.
That is correct for 2 more points in the end of round 2.
All right, so all said and done, I have Jake in the lead with 20. Brian trails then with 15 in second. Cam in third with 14, and Mark in fourth with 13. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to move over to the pick your poison round. Each player is going to get to pick a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4 pointer. The categories that they can choose from today are Robert Zemeckis, 1990s, movie release dates, animation, action adventure, horror, war, comic book movies, family, and recent releases. So we are going to go let them pick what they want right now, and we'll be back right now. All right, so everybody has picked what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and 4. We're not going to bother telling you all of them now. We're just going to get going because you're going to hear them all when we ask all the questions. We are going to start with Mark, however, as he is down. Nick, I believe I gave Mark his questions, so you want to give him his 1 pointer in animation.
Yes, sir. Mark, your 1 pointer in animation. Who voices the main character Emmett in the Lego Movie?
Chris Pratt.
That's correct for 1 point. We will move to Cam.
We will move to Cameron Holtzman, who I believe I also gave the questions to in round 2. So why don't you go ahead and give him his comic book movies?
Cameron Holtzman, your question for 1 point. Who directed Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
The greatest director currently making movies, Edgar Wright.
I've been holding a very straight face for a long time. Yes, that's correct. So we will go back to Mark for your 2-point question in war movies. Mark, your 2-point question. Who stars as Lieutenant Chris Burnett alongside Gene Hackman in 2001's Behind Enemy Lines?
Owen Wilson.
That is correct for 2 points. And we will go to Brian now. Brian's 1 point.
Brian's 1 pointer in Zemeckis. Brian, are you ready?
Yep.
The main character in The Walk is from what country?
France.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right. We will now move back to Cameron, who will get his 2-point question in the category of recent releases. Cameron, your question. Which 2021 film features a cast that includes Mads Mikkelsen, David Oyelowo, Nick Jonas, and Daisy Ridley?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
That's Cam's
All right.
second repeat.
Your question again. Which 2021 film features a cast that includes Mads Mikkelsen, David Oyelowo, Nick Jonas, and Daisy Ridley?
Five, 4.
I have
3,
no idea, so I will
2,
say The Green Knight.
1.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Chaos Walking.
Can I bring in Koho?
Sure.
Yes, you can.
Was that theatrical?
Yeah.
I saw it in
I
theaters.
thought it was just to Netflix.
No, that shit was theatrical. I walked past that theater.
All right, then.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So we will stay with Cameron for his 3-point and family films.
Yes.
Cameron, your 3-pointer in family films is as follows. Sorry. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Your question for 3 points. In Goosebumps, Jack Black plays both R.L. Stine and a dummy that goes by what name?
Slappy.
That is correct for 3 points. And we will now move to Brian to answer his 2-point question.
Yep, Brian, your 2-pointer is going to come from the category of comic book movies. Your question is, what does RIPD stand for in RIPD? Five.
I feel like it's something different, but I'll say rest in peace department.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
So we'll now move back to Mark.
Yep.
For Mark's 3-point question in comic book movies.
Yep.
All right, Mark, your question is coming shortly. Okay. What comic book movie features performances by Sullivan Stapleton, Rodrigo Santoro, and David Wenham?
Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Mark's first repeat. Your question again. What comic book movie features performances by Sullivan Stapleton, Rodrigo Santoro, and David Wenham?
Five, 4.
Say 300 Rise of an Empire.
Damn it.
That is correct for 3.
There we go.
Points.
I was not sure about the subtitle at all.
All right, so with that, I believe we'll move on to
Brian for his 3-pointer in.
Yep, that's correct. Go ahead.
All right, Brian, your 3-pointer is coming in the category of 1990s. Your question. Which 1990s film features a character who lives in a fictional town called Sea Haven Island and has all his life? Five,
1 of 2.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat ones.
All right, that's Brian's second repeat. Which 1990s film features a character who lives in a fictional town called Sea Haven Island and has all his life?
The Truman Show.
That is correct for 3 points.
Right. We will now move back to Cameron for his 4-point question in the category of animation. Cameron, your question. Matthew Broderick voices the title character in what 2000s animated film that also stars Sigourney Weaver and Emma Watson?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's Cam's third repeat.
Your question again. Matthew Broderick voices the title character in what 2000s animated film that also stars Sigourney Weaver and Emma Watson?
Fuck it, let's go for it. Delgo.
That is incorrect. We were looking for The Tale of Despero.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. So I think we're over to Mark. Yep.
All right. So, Mark, your 4-pointer will come in the category of Robert Zemeckis. And your question is, what is the full name of Diane Kruger's Marwyn character in Welcome to Marwyn?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Mark's second repeat.
Your question again. What is the full name of Diane Kruger's Marwyn character in Welcome to Marwyn?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, what's your third repeat?
Question again. What is the full name of Diane Kruger's Marwyn character in Welcome to Marwyn?
Five, 4, 3.
I'm gonna say Lady Lunesta. Like, I don't remember.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Deja Thoris.
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so I think we are moving over to
Jake's
Jake finally for his 1-pointer
Whoa.
in the category of 90s. Jake, your question. Who plays boxer Butch Coolidge in Pulp Fiction?
Bruce Willis.
That is correct for 1 point. We will stick with you now, Jake, for your 2-pointer in horror. And your question is, what is the subtitle to the 5th film in the Underworld franchise?
Oh my god. Which one is it? I think it's Blood Wars.
That is correct for 2 points.
right.
Regaining the lead. Moving over to Brian then for his 4-pointer, which is going to come in the category of action adventure. Brian, your 4-pointer. At the beginning of Dirty Harry, the villain Scorpio shoots a woman who is doing what? Five, 4, 3.
Pumping gas.
It's incorrect. We were looking for swimming. All right, so we move over to Jake for his 3-pointer in action adventure. Jake, your question. What 2007 action film stars Clive Owen and Paul Giamatti?
Shoot 'em up.
That is correct for 3 points. And we now go to Jake for his 4-pointer in movie release dates. So, Jake, your 4-pointer in the category of movie release dates is: what year was the Charles Bronson film X-15 released?
Okay. I have not even heard of that.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
It's going to be Jake's first repeat. What year was the Charles Bronson film X-15 released? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat.
That's going to be Jake's second repeat. What year was the Charles Bronson film X-15 released?
Just is it before or after Death Wish is really all I can think of. Let's take a wild guess. 1968.
Is incorrect. We were looking for 1961. So at the end of the pick your poison round, here is where we are standing. We have Jake in the lead with 26. Brian is in second with 21. Then we have Mark in third with 19. And then Cam in fourth with 18. Brian has 3 repeats remaining. Jake has 2. And Cam and Mark all have 1.
Brian also has 2 remaining.
Oh, Brian used 2 repeats. Okay, my bad. I only have 1 marked for him. Okay. So here's what's going to happen next. We are going to get into the betting round. It's the fandom betting round. We are going to say a fandom category. The players are going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If they get the question right, they gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they lose those points. We already just talked about the repeats and everything. Everybody still has their challenge. Are there any questions from the players? All right, so we are going to get started with the betting round with the first category in fandom, which is scores and soundtracks. So we're going to bring in each manager at a time, starting with Bill.
How you doing, buddy? All right.
I'm doing well.
Yeah. I think you're doing okay. I say we go with protect Mike Hanley's shark at all costs. What do you think?
Oh, I was thinking Koho's opinion on Mel Brooks is terribly wrong.
Okay. You don't want to go with get Richard Boatman to call every Warzone match from now on, right?
No.
Got it. All right. Koho it is.
All right.
Brian, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I forgot to send you some codes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not terrible for you. But
it's not terrible, but it's not a lock either.
It's not a lock
I don't know
either.
the skill level they're going to go for in Game of Factions. I'm thinking go 1.
Yeah, I think 1's a good idea.
Okay.
Use this as a strength. Yeah, okay. We're good.
So, Koho, you know that scene in Get Smart where Ryan Seacrest calls him while he's in prison? Yeah, I want to bet 2 points.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Mark.
2.
Cam.
2.
Jake.
1.
And Brian.
1.
Okay, here is the question. John Carpenter and Alan Howarth are tied for having a composing credit on the most films in the Halloween franchise at how many films each? This is very intense. Otherwise, I think this is going swimmingly. I'm going to knock on wood, but this time last year we had like 18 challenges already.
We have a whole other round.
I know, but 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Mark.
Said 4.
We will go to Cameron Holtzman.
5.
We will go to Jake Meltzer.
I also said 4.
We will go to Brian Michaels.
3.
4 is the correct answer. So Cameron Holtzman will lose.
I would like to bring in Kaleb Koho, please.
That is fine. Let us calculate the scores first. Then I will bring in Koho for you. Mark goes up to 21.
Yep.
Cameron goes down to 16.
Yep.
Jake goes up to 27.
Yep.
And Brian goes down to 20. Correct? Okay. Yep. And now we will bring in Mr. Koho for you, Cam.
You're thinking he's credited on 2007 too, right?
Carpenter is credited on 2007 as well, and Howarth did 5 of them. It's 5 for both, not 4.
Go for it. Challenge.
100%.
All right. We will be right back after that challenge. All right. We are back from the challenge. Here's where we're at. Wow. John Carpenter had only done 4. Alan, whatever his name was, I already forget it. Howarth or something. He did 5. Cam was correct. So the question is incorrect. We are going to be issuing a new question. All the scores go back to the way they were, and the bets are still locked in. So Mark is betting 2, Cam is betting 2, and Jake and Brian are both betting 1. And here is your new question, gentlemen. What was the first Pixar film to be composed by someone other than Randy Newman, Thomas Newman, or Michael Giacchino?
No one used any repeats during that last thing, right?
I do not believe so.
Cool.
No, they did not.
Great. We don't even have to do it.
Or if they did, I didn't mark them, so we're good anyway.
That's fantastic.
I have to pee really bad.
How bad?
I should have done it when you were getting a new question, but I didn't.
I thought about asking it, but I was too scared.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Mark.
Brave.
We are going to go to Cam.
Brave.
We are going to go to Jake.
Brave.
And Mr. Michaels.
Brave.
Brave is correct. Everybody clean sweeping that one. So I have Mark with 21, Cam with 20, Jake with 27, and Brian with 22.
Correct.
All right, what's next for categories?
Your next category is the MCU. Start with Brian.
Okay. I have a question for you, Bill.
Yeah.
Is Ian Feller in prison or jail?
Sure. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you might have some insight on this.
I don't know dick about shit. Anyway.
It's the fucking video store. What are we doing?
I think with this one we go with why do we not give Brian Michaels more grief for liking Oscar?
No.
Yeah,
I'm more curious about Ian Feller. I'm
no.
good with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure you don't want maybe Andrew Barr drinks?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. Okay.
I'll have you know I drink from the finest champagne flutes. Brian, not bad, but it also could
question how deep. I don't know.
I was about to say it could be pretty deep, so I'm thinking you go with B.
Okay.
All right.
Social studies. Bet it.
Got it.
Koho, I think we should not be petty and bet 2.
I agree.
All right, let's get bets starting with Cameron Holtzman.
2.
Jake Meltzer.
0.
Brian Michaels.
1.
And Mark Menchaca.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question?
Your question in the MCU. Name 3 characters other than Thor that have lifted Thor's hammer Mjolnir in the MCU. You know what word stumped me up in that sentence? It was hammer.
It was hammer. I was gonna say, was it Thor?
No, it was the hammer. I was like hammer.
Hamburglar. You remember the McDonald's characters, the Hamburglar?
Ew, Grimace.
There was that like bird fucker.
Yeah.
I don't remember what their name was, but Grimace rocked. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Mr. Menchaca.
So Captain America, Vision, and Odin.
We will go to Mr. Holtzman.
Vision, Hela, Sea Raptors.
Okay. We will go to Jake.
I said Captain America, Hela, and Odin.
And Brian.
Didn't Hela just catch it? Captain America, Vision, and Odin.
We can accept all those answers. So I have Brian gaining.
Go ahead.
Brian gaining 1 point with 23. Jake bet 0 stays at 27. Cam goes up to 22. Mark goes up to 23. Who's wanting to be brought in, Cody?
Yep.
Okay.
Hela doesn't lift Thor's hammer; she catches it.
That's what I thought.
Not
She
a thing.
catches it and destroys
Not same
it.
thing.
Never lifts it.
does not physically lift the hammer. Hella catches.
The phrasing is lift the hammer, so I say.
If I picked a
I agree with
baseball
him.
off the table or caught a baseball, they're totally different things. So,
Are you
Mark,
challenge-
I would challenge it, or Brian, one of the two.
Your manager came in.
I mean, I'm convinced. Yeah, let's challenge it.
But all right, we'll be right back after this challenge. All right, we're back from the challenge. This was fun. Not an easy call to make, but here's where we're at. We have decided that Hella is not an acceptable answer to the question that we asked. We looked at the scenes, the definitions, and decided that Hella does not, what she does when touching the hammer does not fall in line with the definition that we were looking at for the word lifted. So with that, everybody will get the points. Jake bet 0, so his points don't change, except for Cam then will lose the 2 points and go down to 18. Otherwise, then I have Mark and Brian tied at 23 and Jake at 27.
Correct.
Okay, so we are going to move on to the next category, which is the category of Fandom Oscars, and we are going to start getting bets.
I think Mark Menchaca's mustache deserves a Nobel Prize. I think you go with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
On every respect, Mark, all the respect.
Yes,
in the world.
yes.
No
Just
one ever
elite shit.
No one ever talked about my mustache.
Well, that was scary. That's
because
why.
it's not good. Sorry.
Yeah, I wrote it down.
You're muted, Cody.
If he needs my help, then we're fucked already. So.
Okay,
Gotcha.
we will bring in Andrew.
What are you thinking? First order or?
I've already drawn a big 3-dimensional 0. So we don't need to pretend.
We don't need to pretend either.
All right, let's get bets starting with Mark.
2.
Cameron.
2.
Jake.
0.
And Brian.
I raised mine early, but you saw it. It was 0.
I did see it. Okay. We are going to get the question. Okay. Your question in Fandom Oscars. Which Wizarding World film was nominated for makeup? Woof.
You ever done Maggie's makeup?
No.
Should ask.
Yeah, okay. I hear her doing her makeup, and it's like I've seen her doing her makeup. Rather, it's very intense. I don't want to be a part of that. That sounds scary. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be Cam's final repeat. Which Wizarding World film was nominated for makeup? That would actually, that would be horrifying.
I had a
She
girlfriend
would
at one
yell.
point in life, and I asked if I could do hers, and she was very upset and wound up doing it over again.
Did she take it as like an insult, like it looked bad, and that's why you wanted to do it? Is that what you're saying?
No, like she hadn't yet done it, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, I got you.
I wasted.
This is what you want me to look like? What?
I wasted a lot of time. Then.
One. Pens down. Let's go to Mark.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
We will go to Mr. Holtzman.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
We will go to Mr. Meltzer.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
And Brian.
Did I get an Oscars and a Harry Potter question right? Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah, but you bet 0, buddy. What did Jake bet?
I bet 0.
Okay, so we have now Jake in the lead with 27. Mark snuck his way up into second with 25. Brian in third with 23, and Cam with 20. Is that what you have?
Yep.
Okay. So this is actually getting very close as we get into what category next, Nick?
Your next category is DreamWorks Animation.
I think Kaiser seriously thinks The Post is Steven Spielberg's best movie.
Absolutely.
All right.
They're going to ban code, too. I can see it coming.
Next year.
We're cutting it
no.
out next year in fandom. So.
All right. You're welcome, I guess.
I guess my question to you is: do you want me to cover the lead, or do you want me to try to keep what I have?
I know.
Or go for the lead.
So Cam's gonna bet. Cam can't. What? How many questions left? Sorry,
There's 2 left.
This has been like 6 years. Process. Cam can't. After. I don't think you have to bet here if you don't want to. But I will leave that to your hands. I wouldn't. You don't have the full send if that helps you. I'm good. He'll have to decide.
Okay.
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 You can move the
do
show
this.
along.
All right. Yeah. Go on.
All right.
It's between Lang and Woods.
I'm leaning towards Woods.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Woods as well. So.
All right.
Bet 2.
All right. Let's get bets starting with Mark.
I bet 1.
All right. Cam.
2.
Jake.
I also bet 1.
And Brian.
1.
Okay. So 1s all around except for Cam, who bet 2. What is the question, Nick?
The question is, in Madagascar, escape to Africa. Alex loses the fight to be in his father's pride because he thinks it is what kind of competition?
Other than this, what was the last competition you were in?
I don't know. Get a job, 2021.
Sure. 5, 4,
Hold on.
3, 2.
I'll repeat the question.
All right. Mark using his final repeat.
All right, the question again. In Madagascar, escape to Africa. Alex loses the fight to be in his father's pride because he thinks it is what kind of competition?
I guess we can't really say types of competitions, huh?
Probably not. Yeah, no. That's why I took so long to think of something.
That's fair. 5.
You ever
4,
escaped to Africa?
2, 1. Good head. Pens down. So let's go to Mark.
Is it like a posing contest? Oh, yeah, I'm not sure.
We will go to Cam.
A dance off.
We will go to Jake.
Yeah, I had no clue. I said a soccer match.
And Brian.
I said a dance competition.
Dance is correct. So that was actually a huge shift in what's going on here with 1 question left. Jake is in the lead with 26. Brian and Mark tied for second with 24. And we have Cam in fourth with 22 as we get into the final category, which is the category of Marvel, regular Marvel.
So I have to bet something.
I would go with.
I mean, I don't know, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really matter because I'm up 2, and if they're gonna bet 2. If I get 1 and hit it, it's over. So, and I'm not. I don't know, but then again, it doesn't really matter what I bet here. So I might as well just
go for it.
Well, because no, but there's like placement and stuff. So, can I get a? I'm sorry to take so long. What's the score again?
You have 26. Mark and Brian both have 24, and Cam has 22.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna bet 1 because if I hit it, I win. So.
Okay. We will move over to Mark.
What does the magic doc tell me?
I'm solid in it. I think I'm just gonna go for it.
Yeah, F it. It's the first game of Factions. We can make up stuff. So yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just
Okay.
shit talking at this point.
Okay, sounds good.
Can I ask a question which might affect my choices here? As far as game affection points, what happens to a tie versus second, third, fourth place?
We will go to a sudden death to break the tie.
Okay.
So what are you between?
Considered man, leaning towards Crow.
Well, let's think of the Marvel films. There's like Kick-Ass, there's the Kingsman, there's like the Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but like the X-Men, that kind of things like that. It's when they have to be a Daredevil, Ghost Rider, Electro. Those are the ones I'm kind of iffy on.
Right.
So take a chance to stay safe. I'm guaranteed at least not last. At least
I would go.
Dude, come on, seriously.
Give me a recommendation here.
I say you go.
I'm gonna take you out soon.
Sorry. I say you go Crow.
Fine, I'm going Crow.
All right.
2.
So their code is based on the names of people and factions, because Crow refers to me. But anyways, I'm betting 2 points.
All right, let's get bets starting with Mark.
Fuck it, 2.
Cam.
Fuck it, 2.
Jake.
It's all right if spoil the party 1.
Brian.
I actually just quickly sent him codes used in my last title match. 1.
Okay. Here is the question in Marvel. In X-Men, while infiltrating the Statue of Liberty, Logan stabs Mystique as she is disguised as which member of the team? This is very close, actually.
Yeah. It's wild.
I don't think we have a chance of a tie at this point, but
I think they.
I don't know, man. Maybe. No.
5, 4,
No.
3,
I don't know.
2.
Repeat.
That's cool.
All right, that's Brian's third repeat. Your question again. In X-Men, while infiltrating the Statue of Liberty, Logan stabs Mystique as she is disguised as which member of the team? Just with who bet what and everything, I don't think.
Yeah, no. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
Cool,
Yeah.
Same. Meh.
Oh, yeah, I guess if Jake misses and Brian hits, they'd be tied.
Meh. Meh.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Mark.
Said Storm.
We're going to go to Cam.
Cyclops.
We are going to go to Jake.
I said Jean Grey.
We are going to go to Brian.
I also said Storm.
And your winner, Mark Menchaca. The
Fuck
answer
yeah, there we go.
was Storm. So here's where we're at. Mark hitting that puts him up at 26. He has won the match. Cam goes down to 20, losing the 2 points. So we are going to take out both Cameron and Mark as they are done. But we actually have a tie for second. Jake and
second.
Brian are tied at 25, Nick. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, so here's what's going to happen. Because Jake and Brian are tied for second place, we are going to go into sudden death for second place. They are tied at 25. Normal sudden death rules. First one to miss while the other one hits. The person who hits will garner that title of second place. Brian, you have 1 repeat remaining. Jake, you have 2. Any questions?
Nope.
Okay. So we will get started with your first question in sudden death, which is: which actor can be found in the following films: Deepwater Horizon, The Penguins of Madagascar, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Red 2? This is nuts.
Mixed?
What?
Mixed nuts? Or like
Yes, absolutely mixed. Yeah, 100%. 5.
Honey roast.
Repeat the question.
All right, Jake using his third repeat. Which actor can be found in the following films? Deepwater Horizon, The Penguins of Madagascar, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and Red 2. See, it's cool what you did there when you wrote this question, Nick, because 2 of those movies are Fandom movies and 2 of them are not. It's almost like it's like a 50-50 or something. What?
Secrets.
Oh, sorry. 5, 4.
Good head.
2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Brian.
I'm not sure. I said Brian Cox.
And Jake.
I said John Malkovich.
And in second place, Jake Meltzer. John Malkovich is the correct answer. So, Nick, wrapping up this match, absolutely nuts. A final score of 26 for Mark, winning the match, and then Jake breaking that tie there, also getting 26. But so Mark will earn first place in this one for the first order. Jake will earn second place for Fun DMC. Brian earning third place for the Club Dread, and then Cam coming in fourth for the Kingsman. Any final thoughts, Nick, before we wrap this up?
That was a wild one. Good times to be had by all.
Yeah, scores were all over the place the whole time. So that was a very exciting one to see. Man, 50-50s are crazy. So we don't have a 50-50 outro. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just...
Play the Fandom one and then cut it off halfway through?
I'm going to do this.
Asshole! That's my bad. I was sending it to...
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Multiplex Game of Factions. We are here with our movie Warzone teams, match for Game of Factions. We've got 4 great teams representing Fun DMC. We have Payson and David. Ginyu Force representing the First Order. We have Michael and Jake, concept of what a hamburger is all about. Representing the Kingsmen, we have Kaleb and Redshaw, the Double Indemnity. Teams have names. And representing Club Dread, we have Joseph and Bar, who aren't actually a team, so they don't get a name. With that being said, this match is going to be fairly standard. Just there's 4 teams now. So what'll happen in round 1, we'll get into the rules, I guess. Round number 1 is going to work the same as it always does. You're going to get 8 different questions in 8 different categories. If you get it right, you get a point. If you get it wrong, you don't get a point. If you get all 8 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question also worth 1 point. You got to write it down on your whiteboard. Yeah, you have 3 repeats and a challenge to you start the match. Please keep crosstalk to a minimum because there are 8 of you playing this match. Yeah, any questions before we get going?
Oh, and I'm Paul and I'm co-hosting, just so you guys know.
Yeah, that's Paul.
But, you know, hey.
Who's that?
All right. So, 4 repeats. You get 4 repeats, I've been informed. All right. Quickly at the scoreboard. With that being said, we are going to get into round number 1 with your first question, which will come in the category of biopics. And your question: in A Beautiful Mind, John Nash attends and eventually teaches at what university? If you had to describe anyone in the Fan League community as having a beautiful mind, Paul, who would you say it is?
Oh, no. I would use
Not
the
in
opposite,
terms of like
not a
being
beautiful.
good at math, in
5,
terms of like who do you think would have the
4,
most symmetrical brain?
3, 2, 1. I hope to never find that out. Pens down. Let's start with Bar.
MIT?
Jake.
Princeton?
Joseph.
Princeton?
David.
Princeton?
Redshaw.
I said Harvard.
And Michael.
Princeton?
Oh, and Boatman. Sorry, I almost forgot.
I said Harvard. And
Payson. Yeah, there you go. Well, there's a lot of people on this call.
Princeton.
Princeton, that is correct. So your question number 2 is going to come in the category of actors and actresses. And your question is, what actor has played an angel, a presidential candidate, and a famous mafia boss? Now, if you had to vote for president between a mafia boss and an angel, what would you vote for?
Well, I'm from Canada, so we don't have a president.
Five,
I vote
four,
for a local
3.
guy, and if
I'll use a repeat.
vote for their local.
All right, absolutely. Categories: actors and actresses. What actor has played an angel, a presidential candidate, and a famous mafia boss?
Yeah, like basically you vote for like your local representative, and then whichever party has the most local representatives elected, that's where you get the prime minister from.
5 sounds more reasonable than a lot of other things. 4.
Repeat.
3. All right, another repeat. And your question comes in the category of actors and actresses. What actor has played an angel, a presidential candidate, and a mafia boss, famous mafia boss? Sorry.
But yeah, our electoral system, ridiculous, but still better than the electoral
Healthcare,
college.
though.
We got
5,
free healthcare.
4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna have 10 more repeats. Let's start with Joseph.
John Travolta.
Michael.
The angel is a great name. John Travolta.
David.
Warren Beatty.
And my phone is ringing because, of course, it is. Redshaw.
I also said Warren Beatty.
Payson.
Denzel Washington.
Bar.
Hate these kind of questions. Warren Beatty.
And Jake.
John Travolta.
And finally, Boatman.
John Travolta.
John Travolta is correct.
As we get into...
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, should we bring in? How do we do this?
Can we bring in Anthony?
I believe you can, so I
Yes.
believe Anthony should just turn his camera on now and unmute.
Hello. Well, Warren Beatty was an angel in Heaven Can Wait, presidential candidate in Bullworth, right? And
And I don't think he's running for president. I think he's running for re-election. That's the issue.
I would not use a. I don't think that would be the move.
Yeah.
Especially due to the fact that if you didn't have that and more people
Yeah,
had
a lot of
that,
people had it,
just
right.
faced it.
That's
So I
right.
would say no. I don't think it was anyway, but I would say no. Don't challenge us.
and he's a famous mafia boss. Okay, whatever.
All right, no challenge. So Anthony, you can.
Can I get a score check real quick?
He's not an angel in heaven.
I was gonna say he's not an angel in
He's
heaven.
dead. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
dead, but it's
He's dead.
I have the score at First Order 4, Dread and DMC 2, Kingsman at 1.
Yep, that sounds right to me.
All right, Paul, hit him with question. Actually, I hit him with question number 3. Your third question will come in the category of horror. What 2010s horror movie is about a woman who attempts to rescue her father from both the weather and vicious creatures as their house floods during a hurricane?
Are there hurricanes in Canada?
I think there's a hockey team called the Hurricanes from somewhere in the States that's probably
North
played here
Carolina.
before.
North Carolina. Yeah.
No,
5.
we don't have hurricanes.
4,
We just have
3,
depression.
2.
Repeat the
Bay. All right.
Oh.
Go ahead, Ken.
Absolutely. Your question once again in the category of horror. What 2010s horror movie is about a woman who attempts to rescue her father from both the weather and vicious creatures as their house floods during a hurricane? But yeah, no, we don't have to be fair, I'm from nowhere near the coast. I am from the Texas of Canada. We have oil, beef, and conservatives.
5, 4,
No hurricanes.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Michael.
Gator. I can't think of his fucking name.
David.
Crawl.
Boatman.
Crawl.
Payson. Bar.
Crawl.
Jake.
Crawl.
And Redshaw.
Crawl.
So I don't count.
And Joseph.
Joseph. There we go. I'm going to forget someone every single
There's a lot of
Good count it down. Your fingers.
All right. And your next question is going to come in the category of directors. In the categories, and the question is simply, who directed Dead Man Walking?
I have not seen this film, so I have very little to say about it.
I will not say much because you never know what information you give what away. 5,
We're good.
4, 3, 2, 1. This time I'll start with Joseph to make sure he's not forgotten.
Call back Andrew. Tim Robbins.
Boatman.
Tim Robbins.
Jake.
Tim Robbins.
Redshaw.
Tim Robbins.
David.
Tim Robbins.
Michael.
Tim Robbins.
Bar.
Tim Robbins.
And Pace.
Damn Robbins.
And everyone getting that one correct.
Clean sweep as we get to question number 5, which comes in the category of crime films. In what classic crime film will you find the characters K.O. Dugan, Johnny Friendly, and Father Pete Barry? I know there's been a lot of conversation recently, especially with YLS, with Kirk hosting about like gangster movies and whatnot.
5.
I just don't care for that genre
3,
much.
2, 1. Wow, you sound like a guy now. Let's go to Bar first.
On the Waterfront.
Redshaw.
On the Waterfront.
Joseph.
On the Waterfront.
Michael.
I do not.
Payson.
White Heat.
Boatman.
On the Waterfront.
Jake, I see him erasing as well.
No, didn't have it.
And David.
I put The Third Man. So
On the Waterfront is correct. So let's see. Only Joseph and then and Double Indemnity guys got that right. Or did Bar also?
I have the score at 8 for Dread, First Order and Kingsman at 7, DMC at 6.
Yes.
As we get to question number 6.
Yes, category is drama. And the question is, Rami Malek, Lakeith Stanfield, and Stephanie Beatriz appear in what drama?
But yeah, going back to the thing I said about gangster movies, the reason why is that like I think a lot of that genre is about like kind of the American dream for the most part and like how it's gone
Interesting.
wrong.
5.
Especially like The Godfather,
4,
I think is very much
3,
in that vein. And when
2,
you're not American, you don't get it.
1. Pens down. I'll start with Payson.
Short term 12.
Redshaw.
Oh no, am I frozen? I said short term 12.
You are frozen.
frozen.
Just hold it for us. Just make sure you hold your board up. Jake.
Short term 12.
Bar.
Short term 12.
Michael.
Short term 12.
Boat.
Short term 12.
And Joseph.
Love this movie. Short term 12.
And me. And short term.
And David. There we go.
Short term 12.
So.
Oh my god.
Can we
We're gonna
hold
wait.
on
We're
Redshaw
gonna
a
wait.
little bit? Wait,
How
if
long do you want to give it there?
Redshaw's in the other call, he came on in the other call and Paul can confirm because Paul's there?
Short term 12 was correct. Unfortunately, due to the internet problems, we are not able to give Redshaw the point. So the score as it stands going into question number 7 is Dread at 10, First Order at 9, DMC and the Kingsman at 8. So we get into your 7th question, which will come in the category of sci-fi fantasy. And your question, what is the name of the magical power that Lone Star learns to harness in Spaceballs?
You seen Spaceballs, Cam?
I saw it a long time ago when I was like probably 8 or 9 because my cousins
5,
love
4,
like the Mel Brooks
3,
comedies. And for
2,
some reason they like this one.
1. Pens down. Let's start with Bar.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Jake.
Schwartz.
Payson.
To Richard, the Schwartz.
Boatman. You're muted in the Zoom, by the way, but I do see Schwartz on your board.
Michael as well.
Schwartz.
Yeah, Joseph.
You stole my line, Payson. Schwartz.
Doc. Redshaw.
Yeah, they didn't get it.
David.
Schwartz.
And Michael.
I said Schultz.
So everyone except for Redshaw and Michael getting the point on that.
That is correct. As we get to your final question, as read by Paul.
Yes, indeed. All right, your final question comes in the category of musicals. In what musical will you find the songs Damn It, Janet, Touch, a Touch Me, and Hot Patootie, Bless My Soul?
I mean, when you got me writing a match, there's going to be at least one musical question. I've only seen 3 genres of film, and they're animated coming-of-age musicals.
2, 1. All right, we'll start with Joseph.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
David.
Right, baby.
Redshaw.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Michael.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Payson.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Boat.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Jake.
Nah.
And Bar.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
The Rocky Horror Picture Show is correct.
With that, I do believe Joseph Olivas getting a perfect round,
Indeed.
Hitting all 8 questions. So, Joseph, you will be issued a bonus question. This is just to you, so you do not need to write it down. You can just verbalize your answer. Your bonus question: what was the final non-Scream franchise film directed by Wes Craven?
My Soul to Take.
And that is correct for the true perfect round. So at the end of round 1, I have Club Dread at 15, and then I have the Kingsman First Order and Fun DMC all tied at 11.
That is correct. That's what I have as well.
All right. So with that, we are going to get into round number 2. Round number 2 is our wheel round. So round number 2 is going to work pretty much the way it always does. We are going to bring up the lovely wheel from wheeldecide.com. Our wheel has 8 different strength categories on it, as well as 4 different non-strength categories on it. We do not have any spinners or opponent's choice. The categories that we have today are, if I can see them, movies directed by John Carpenter, stop motion animation, war, post-1980 football movies, 1990s, biopics, fandom Marvel, fandom Disney animation, 20th century stage-to-screen musicals, Coen Brothers, romance, and coming-of-age/teen. So with that being said, Club Dread, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
We will defer.
All right, we then go to the first order. Would you like to spin
Ginyu,
first
right?
or
I
defer?
thought Ginyu had the choice before because they're tied.
Oh, sorry, yeah,
the
we go to
champs.
Ginyu first. Sorry,
Yeah,
Ginyu,
or
would you like to
not,
spin first or
yeah,
defer?
whatever. Fun DMC, whatever you want to say.
Yeah. Ginyu, we will need a decision in 5, 4.
Okay. We will defer. We will defer.
All right, we now go to the first order. Would you guys like to spin first or defer?
I'll make this a lot faster. Hey, Double Indemnity, you can spin.
All right, Kingsman, you do not have the option to defer, unfortunately, so this will be your first spin. You land on directed by John Carpenter. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
We will spin again.
All right, spinning again. Whatever you land on, you will be stuck with. And you land on the 1990s.
Cam, I think you should read these because I'm in this call, so it's going to be very confusing.
Say, yeah. Yep, absolutely. So let me find the questions. All right, Double Indemnity. I will be giving you your questions in the category of the 1990s. Your first question: in what 90s movie will you find the fictional game show Truth or Date?
Mallrats, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question: who appears in Gross Point Blank, In and Out, and Toys? Five, 4.
Joan Cusack, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 3. Where does the singer Diva Plava Laguna hide the element stones in The Fifth Element?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, in her microphone, B, in her stomach, C, in her bed, or D, in Corbin's cab.
In her stomach, final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. In Scream 2, the killers reveal their identities to Sydney in what location at the school?
The stage, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in 1990s. Michael Jeter, Kathy Najimy, and Amanda Plummer provide supporting performances to what 90s film? Five, four.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is the Kingsman's first. Repeat your question again. Michael Jeter, Kathy Najimy, and Amanda Plummer provide supporting performances to what 90s film? Five.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Sister Act, B, So I'm an Axe Murderer, C, The Fisher King, or D, Joe versus the Volcano.
Sister Act, final answer?
That is incorrect. Everyone else for the 1 point steal. Your options once again are A, Sister Act, B, So I Married an Axe Murderer, C, The Fisher King, and D, Joe versus the Volcano. And we will go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with first order from Michael.
David Dark.
And we will go to Joseph for Club Dread.
The Fisher King.
And we will go to Payson for Fun DMC.
The Fisher King.
The Fisher King is correct. So at the end of the Kingsman's turn, I have them getting themselves up to 18, Club Dread getting up to 16, Fun DMC with 12, First Order with 11. Is that what you have, Paul?
Absolutely, it is.
All right, we will bring back up the wheel.
And as a formality, I suppose we will go to...
Can we just take a time out for 2 seconds?
Where is this music coming from?
All right, so after that round, we're going to go and to Club Dread. Would you still like to defer, or would you like to spin right now? And try to make these decisions relatively quickly, please.
We will defer again, please.
Okay, we're going to go over to Fun DMC. Would you like to defer or spin now?
We'll defer. We'll defer.
All right, so this spin will be for First Order.
All right, First Order, your first spin is away. And you land on 20th century stage-to-screen musicals. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
We'll spin again.
All right, had a feeling. Spinning again, whatever you land on, you are stuck with. You land on post-1980 football movies.
Okay, so I will be reading you your questions in the category of post-1980 football movies, First Order, with Michael being the designated answerer. Your first question is going to be, in what U.S. state does the film Woodlawn take place? 5, 4.
Multiple choice.
All right. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Alabama, B, Texas, C, Tennessee, or D, Georgia?
Roll Tide. We'll go Alabama. Final answer.
That is correct for 1 point. And your next question in the category of post-1980 football movies: who plays Anthony Molina, owner of the Cleveland Browns, in Draft Day? In 5, 4.
Multiple
3.
choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, David Strathairn, B, Tommy Lee Jones, C, Frank Langella, or D, Mickey Rourke?
It's Langella. Yeah. Langella. Final.
That is you were not muted, but that is correct.
That is correct.
Your next question was 1980 football movies. How does Caretaker die in 2005's The Longest Yard?
His cell explodes, so he dies in an explosion. Final answer.
Explosion is correct. Yes. And your next question, your penultimate question in post-1980 football movies. What is the name of the team that Buddy and Josh play for in Air Bud Golden Receiver?
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Timberwolves, B, Mountain Lions, C, Golden Eagles, or D, Rough Riders?
Rough Riders. Final answer.
Rough Riders is incorrect. Other team's chance for a 1-point steal.
And Paul, can you read?
Yeah, the options are A, Timberwolves, B, Mountain Lions, C, Golden Eagles, D, Rough Riders. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's start with Joseph. What do you guys have?
C.
Let's go to Boatman and Kingsman.
C.
And Payson.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves is correct. So that is a 1-point steal for Fun DMC.
No, we're good. We're good.
Mark that. Sorry, my pen got messed up. And your final question in the category of post-1980 football movies, for first order: Craig T. Nelson, Leah Thompson, and Chris Penn appear in what football film?
All the Right Moves. Final answer.
All the Right Moves is correct. That is 2 more points for first order.
So at the end of first order's turn, I have Kingsman at 18, first order at 17, Dread at 16, DMC at 13. Is that what you have, Paul?
Yes, it is.
All right. We will bring the wheel back up. And we will say, Club Dread, would you like to spin now or defer?
We will defer again, please.
All right, Fun DMC, you are not allowed to defer as you are the only team left, so this will be your first spin. And you land on the Coen brothers. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
We will keep that.
All right, keeping the Coen brothers. I will read you guys your questions in the category of Coen brothers. Your first question. The Hudsucker proxy takes place in what decade?
'1950s. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. What subject is Larry Gopnik a professor of in A Serious Man?
Physics, final answer.
Sorry, can you repeat that for me?
Physics, final answer.
That is correct. Who plays Mr. Lund, the blind radio station manager in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Stephen Root, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. At what kind of location does Ed work in The Man Who Wasn't There?
Barbershop, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question. In how many Coen Brothers movies does Bruce Campbell appear?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A2, B3, C4, or D5.
Two, final answer.
That is incorrect. Everyone else for the 1 point steal is at A2, B3, C4, or D5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will start with Boatman.
3.
And Michael.
3.
And Joseph.
3.
All correct for the 1 point steal.
Could I ask what all the movies are? Just curious.
Yeah,
Paul,
it's
you just fact checked
the
this for me.
Hudsucker Proxy, the Lady Killers, and Intolerable Cruelty are the
Got
three
it.
movies.
Okay.
All right. So at the end of Fun DMC's turn, I have Fun DMC now in the lead at 21, the Kingsman at 19, the First Order at 18, and Club Dread at 17. Is that what you have? Paul, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry. So we're going into the next spin, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
we're going into the next spin.
You just wanted to confirm the score.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yep. 20,
Cool.
19, 18, 17.
All right. Bringing up the wheel. Club Dread, you have to spin now. So here will be your first spin. You land on Fandom Marvel. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
We will spin again, please.
I had a feeling. We will spin again. Whatever you land on, you are going to be stuck with, unless it's the Coen brothers, in which case you will get a free respin. You land on War. And we will have Paul read you your questions in the category of war movies.
All right. So these questions, again, to be answered by Joseph Olovas for Club Dread. Your first question in War. Sean Harris, David Thewlis, and Jack Rayner have supporting roles in what 2010s war film? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat, please.
All right. The question is, Sean Harris, David Thewlis, and Jack Rayner have supporting roles in what 2010s war film? Five, 4.
Warhorse, final answer.
Warhorse is incorrect. Other team's chance for a 2-point steal.
And we have no multiple choice options to reread.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I'll go to Boatman first.
Midway.
Let's go to First Order and Michael.
71.
And let's go to Payson and Fun DMC.
71.
Incorrect. The answer is Macbeth. Macbeth.
Oh.
Your next question in the category of war. In The Hurt Locker, what James makes friends with a young boy named Beckham who tries to sell him what?
DVDs, final answer.
DVDs is correct for 2 points. Your next question in the category of war. In what U.S. state does Red Dawn take place? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Colorado, final
1.
answer.
Colorado is correct for 2 points. And your next question in the category of war, your penultimate question. Who appears in the films Green Zone, Kingdom of Heaven, and Michael Collins? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice, please.
1. Your multiple choice options are: is it A, John Hurt, B, Brendan Gleeson, C, Liam Neeson, or D, Jeremy Irons? Five, 4, 3.
Repeat the options,
2.
please.
Your options are: is it A, John Hurt, B, Brendan Gleeson, C, Liam Neeson, or D, Jeremy Irons? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Brendan Gleeson, final
1.
answer.
Brendan Gleeson is correct for 1 point. Your final question in the category of war. What profession do Victor and Arena have in Cold War? In 5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice, please.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, musicians, B, teachers, C, lawyers, or D, reporters? Five, 4, 3.
Do we have one more repeat of the
2,
options?
1. I guess, yeah. Is it A, musicians, B, teachers, C, lawyers, or D, reporters? Five, 4, 3.
Musicians, final answer.
Musicians is correct for 1 point to conclude that round. I just want to double check something. Do they get 2 repeats of the options? Sorry, I sort of freaked out in the Okay, so that is good. Okay.
So at the end of round number 2, I have Club Dread in the lead at 23, Fun DMC at 21, Kingsman at 19, First Order at 18. Is that what you have, Paul?
Yes, it is.
All right, so we're going to get into round number 3. Round number 3 is our Pick Your Poison round. We have got 10 different categories that our teams are going to be able to choose from. They will choose what they want for a 1, 2, 3, and 4-point question. The categories they can choose from today are Tim Burton, Billy Wilder, release dates, Coen Brothers, family, classics, 1980s, westerns, romantic comedies, and the 1970s. So we will let our teams choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4-point questions. We will be right back. All right, we are back. Our competitors had the chance to choose what they want for their 1, 2, 3, and 4 point questions. You will find out what they pick when we get there. We're not running down all 16 categories for you at home. You will learn by watching. With that being said, we are going to start with the first order as they are behind. So we will go to the 1 point question in movie release dates, which will be taken by Mr. Michael Campbell. Your question, Michael. In what year was Zodiac released?
2007.
That is correct for 1 point. And tying it with the Kingsman.
So we go to the Kingsman for your 1 pointer, which will go to Mr. Cameron Redshaw in the category of classics. And your question is simply, who directed 1948's Rope?
Alfred Hitchcock.
That is correct for 1 point, and taking them 1 point ahead, going back to first order.
So the first order will be getting their 2 point question. The category of Tim Burton, that will be going to Mr. Jake Marangoni. Your question. In Frankenweenie, what is the real name of the dog who was brought back to life?
Sparky.
That is correct for 2 points.
So that gives you a 1 point lead over the Kingsman, which will swing back over to the Kingsman for Kaleb Boatman's 2 pointer in the category of the Coen brothers. And Boatman, your question is, what is the profession of Holly Hunter's character in Raising Arizona?
She's a police officer.
That is correct for 2 points, tying you up with Jared. Oh no, sorry, taking a 1 point lead over Concept.
It puts them in second.
Yeah. Cool. So now we're over to
I believe it
Fun
would be
DMC.
Fun DMC's 1 point,
which is also me. We'll be reading David his question, which comes in the category of romantic comedies. And David, your question is, who plays the title character in Pretty Woman?
Julia Roberts.
That is correct for 1 point. So now we go back to first order, I believe, for their 3 point.
For their 3 point question in the category of family, which will be read by me. Your question. At what kind of location does Nicole Kidman's character work in Paddington?
Oh, it's the museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is right. We're like, no, bunker.
Yeah, that's 100%. Yeah, museum.
Yeah, you got it.
Museum, final answer.
That is correct for 3 points.
So we swing back to Fun DMC for their 2 pointer in the category of 70s, which is going to go to Mr. Payson over here. And your question is, at what kind of event do the title characters meet in Harold and Maude?
Funeral.
That is correct for 2 points.
And the lead now, or tying the lead with first order now for Fun DMC.
Yes.
And we will go now to the Kingsmen for their 3 pointer in movie release dates, I believe.
Yep. Oh, sorry. Wait, no.
Yeah, that's you.
Oh,
And
this is me. Sorry.
This is you.
My
And
bad.
give them a little bit of extra time on this one.
Yeah, okay. And your question in the category of release dates, how many James Bond films were released in the 1960s?
Okay, so they're going to be including Casino Royale, or they better be, because that is a James Bond film that was released in the 60s.
Yeah,
So
it's not
then-
fandom.
But it is a James Bond film that was released. So then it's
So
Dr.
that's
No,
7.
From Russia with Love, Goldfinger,
5,
Thunderball, You Only Live Twice, or
3,
Live Once. Repeat the
two.
question.
All right, your question in the
Her
category of
Majesty's
movie
Secret
release
Service.
dates. How
Casino
many
Royale.
James Bond films were released in the 1960s?
So it's 7.
Yeah.
7, final answer.
That is correct.
They are correct. I did not have Casino Royale in this document. You are 100% correct. Which I believe now takes us
Finally, these
over
guys
to
answer their
Club
some
Dread
damn questions. Yes.
for their 1 pointer in the category of the 1970s, which will be taken by Bar, I believe.
Cool.
All right, your question, if I can find it. Bar, your 1 point question in the 1970s.
Okay.
Who directed Network?
Sidney Lumet.
That's correct for 1 point. And I
Sorry, the
believe
great.
we will stick with Club Dread because we have 3 teams tied at 24, but they have the most questions. So your 2-pointer, Joseph, in the category of
dates. Release dates.
Of release dates, yeah. There's so many categories in this document. I'm trying to keep things going. All right, Joseph, your 2-pointer in release dates. October Sky, Girl Interrupted, and Election were all released in what year?
1999.
And that is correct for 2 points and the lead. So I believe now we go over to Fun DMC for their 3-pointer and the Coen brothers.
Yes. So this is to you two, David and Payson. Your question in the Coen brothers: what is the name of the communist screenwriting group that kidnaps Baird Whitlock in Hail Caesar?
Oh shit.
Man.
Is it like the ex-writers? I should know this.
Damn it.
In
The Red
5,
Star. Can we use a repeat?
4,
Repeat.
3. All right. In the category of Coen brothers, what is the name of the communist screenwriting group that kidnaps Baird Whitlock in Hail Caesar?
Is it
What are you thinking?
Freedom, independent, like I don't know, something like that, like
The Freedom Writers?
ring a bell.
5,
Oh, man.
4.
Yeah, okay, I'll go
3,
for it. Freedom Writers,
2.
final answer.
That is incorrect. We're looking for the future.
Future. Yeah.
Freedom Riders, though, a great Hilary Swank movie.
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Good movie. It's a good movie.
So I believe now we will go to first order for their 4-point question in the Coen brothers. And your question is as follows. What is the nickname of the criminal that Buster kills in the poker hall in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Yeah. And it's Clancy Brown's character, but I just can't. It's been a while since I've seen it. Sorry.
I've seen like the first 20 minutes of it like a year ago.
It's in the first 20 minutes. We got 4 repeats. I mean, we've got 3 repeats. We can just
repeat the question.
As much time as we want.
Your question once again. What is the nickname of the criminal that Buster kills in the poker hall in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
I'll just let you give you as much time as you can. I will just use repeats unless.
I mean, I'm not gonna get it. I'm just trying to give something plausible.
I know.
Nickname, criminal nicknames. Repeat the question.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Call for a repeat.
Someone say repeat.
He called for a
repeat.
Yeah, I think I cut out a little bit. Your question once again. What is the nickname of the criminal that Buster kills in the poker hall in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
Well, Clancy Brown is a tall guy. Criminals who are tall are usually called tiny, small, shorty, and vice versa.
4.
I love this so much.
All right, this is your final repeat. What is the nickname of the criminal that Buster kills in the poker hall in the Ballad of Buster Scruggs?
It's giving me a good sign that we're on.
It could be Sarah from, the Jennifer Lawrence, her mum,
Could his name be the designer? He actually sung the song Panda, doesn't it?
5,
how many
4,
Sarah, final
3,
answer.
2, 1. That is incorrect. We are looking for Surly Joe. Surly Joe is
really close. Really close.
Weird. Yeah.
It's a fraction of a point.
So first order ending with a final score of 24 points, currently tied with Fun DMC, who we will now go to for their 4-pointer.
Sudden death now.
Yes. And for your 4-pointer, Payson and David, in the category of movie release dates, your question is: how many years after the original was the Lindsay Lohan version of Freaky Friday released?
Okay, I think it's 2003, and I want to say I want to say. I have a year in my head. What are you thinking?
I thought it was like 71 or something like that.
Oh, I thought it was 76.
That you might be right. You might be right.
Let's repeat.
4.
Yeah.
3.
Your question in the category of movie release dates is: how many years after the original was the Lindsay Lohan version of Freaky Friday released?
Well, Jodie Foster's a kid, right?
Yeah, Jodie Foster's the kid.
So Taxi Driver was the same year.
Yeah.
Right. So, so it's around the same. That's around the age.
So it'd be like 27, if my math is correct. Let's save our repeat just in case.
Yeah.
5.
Okay.
4.
27
3.
years. Final answer.
That is correct for 4 points.
Take that. Good job, David. Good job.
So
That's fair.
DMC currently in the lead.
Whatever happens.
And they have answered all of their questions. We will go back now to Club Dread for their 3-point question.
Double
indemnity for the 4. Indemnity for the 4.
Oh, you're right. I don't know how to count tally marks. We'll go back to the
You are
Kingsman.
totally fine.
We'll go back to the Kingsman.
Sorry,
for their
Kingsman.
4-pointer in
Yes.
Billy Wilder.
All right. And yeah, I'm reading.
Oh, yeah,
sorry.
right. You read this question. Yeah.
Your question, the category of Billy Wilder, for Caleb and Cam. In witness for the prosecution, what invalidates Christine's marriage to Vol, which allows her to testify against him?
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. Let's just talk it out. Christine's marriage to Vol, they bring it in.
Oh,
5,
she was already married.
4.
Yes.
3.
Repeat the question just
2.
in case.
In your question, the category of Billy Wilder, in witness for the prosecution, what invalidates Christine's marriage to Vol, which allows her to testify against
She
him?
was already married, right?
Yeah, she was already married when she quote unquote married Leonard.
Yeah. Okay. Go
How
for
do we
it.
want to phrase this? All right.
She was already married.
Final answer.
She was already married. Final answer.
That is correct for 4 points and the lead. And with that, Fun DMC is eliminated.
Well, they're not eliminated. They take
from the ability
they
to
are
win.
not necessarily in third.
Yeah.
Kingsman is out of questions. We now go to Club Dread for the chance to pass.
Great job, Caleb and Cameron.
I hate 14 men. So I believe the situation is this: if Club Dread hits their 3, they will be tied for the lead with the Kingsman. Your 3-point question comes in the category of classics, and your question: what Akira Kurosawa film is about an aging man who learns that he has cancer and begins searching for meaning in his life?
Ikiru.
Go for it.
Ikiru, final answer.
That is correct for 3 points and a
Way to go,
tie
man!
for the lead, with
No,
the
for the
Kingsman
tie.
officially putting Fun DMC in 3rd place. So here is the situation. If Club Dread hits their 4, they will take 1st place. If not, they will go to sudden death against the Kingsman. So your question in Tim Burton for 4 points. In Pee-wee's Big Adventure, in the film made about Pee-wee's journey at the end of the movie, we see that Pee-wee has a cameo in the film as a person with what profession?
It's a bellhop. He receives the characters. That's the right word, right?
Bellhop? I believe so, yeah.
Bellhop, final answer.
And your winners, taking 1st place in Game of Factions Warzone teams, Club Dread Bellhop was the correct answer with a final score of 33 points. In 2nd place, we have the Kingsman with 29. In 3rd place, we have Fun DMC with 28. And in 4th, we have the First Order with 24. So thank you for watching. I don't know where this is going to be placed in the video. We're not going to do any post-match interviews. We're just going to move on to either the next match or the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. This has been Game of Factions. Thanks to Paul.